Hello, my name is Mercedes Fernandez, and I personally think of myself as a gardener. It's probably the perfect way to describe myself as a mom and my everyday life. So, first or foremost, I nature growth. I help my daughter learn new skills, new things. I tend to her. I make sure that she has what she needs. Same as plants. You make sure they have what they need. You make sure they have sunlight. You make sure they have water. And in this area with my daughter, she's young right now. I make sure she has everything. I make sure she has her food, her water, anything she needs, I make sure. I help her learn different things so she can grow as a person and grow as a toddler, whatever. Same thing as tending to your plants. You tend to the soil, you tend to the leaves, you tend to different type of things. And in reality, it's pretty much what a mom does for their daughter or kids per se. Um, Second thing would be I shelter protection for my kids. Same as how plants do in the garden. They shelter protection. They shelter themselves. They shelter, their plants around them. Even in a garden, let's say there is a greenhouse that shelters them from any type of species, from any type of bugs trying to like bite them, eat them, stuff like that, ruin their soil, anything like that. And I feel like I create a very loving space, a very safe space for my kid, same way as a garden does. It requires a safe place for these plants, for anything that's in there to grow, to be good, and stuff like that. So, same as, let's say, your kid is in school, something isn't, they're getting bullied or something, and you do something to take them out of that environment and pretty much put them into another environment that helps them flourish. Same thing you would do with the plant, as if you're putting it in one place and the sun is hitting it too much, it kills it completely. You're moving that and helping it flourish in a different environment. As well as, for my third reason, it would be as the seasons grows. So in the seasons growing and seasons changing, plants change. Every season, they change their color. They change different things. In their aspects of like them being a plant. Same thing as kids. They change. They grow. They adapt to different things, and I just feel as if I protect them through any challenges that comes with it. So in season changing, there's storms, there's blizzards, there's different things being the result of the season changing that hurts the plants, that damages the greenhouse per se, that damages the soil, that damages something, or they're not getting enough sunlight. And at the same time, I am doing that for my kids, regardless of any obstacle, anything like that. Um, no money for food, I will get money for food. No money for something, I will get it. It's just, there's a lot of aspects that really connect with each other on the whole me being a garden, tending to my plants, tending to make sure everything is okay, and then to me being a mom and tending to my child, making sure she is okay, and so many other things, of course. So one of my quotes that I will be adding is a famous one that I've heard my mom say multiple times. It's the love of a family life is the greatest blessing. Yeah, the greatest blessing. It really affects the core, the patience, and the family worth. You know, like garden equals life. Me, I make life, and I give them everything as good as I can. I make everything as good as I can, and you and then I have my visual aid right here. It's a little slanted because it grows weird. Here's my little visual aid. Here's the water. I gotta change that. My little plant. Um, so I chose this visual aid because it represents growth. it started off as a very tiny leaf. Same as my daughter. She started off as a um, egg, you know, and they grew. They grow into this amazing thing because myself as a guardian, I helped her grow. I tended to her. I made sure she was okay, same as I did with this plant. I made sure that she had water. I made sure that her thing was clean. I made sure that she was upright and nothing was there. Anyways, that's going to be a free speech. Thank you so much for listening, and